What's going on, everybody? It's Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games. Today we're back with another episode of Raft. I know obviously it's been a couple of days now. Kind of put this playthrough on a little bit of a pause while we polished off some of our new series called WrestleQuest. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely make sure you do if you're a fan of sports games, RPG games, especially if you're a fan of wrestling. But super excited to hop back into this one. We're going to pick up basically where we left off at the end of our episode a few days ago. You can see we're on days survived here 53. That makes today day 54. Obviously towards the end of last episode also, we were able to actually finally start progressing in the storyline of this game, which is absolutely insane because it's taken us actually so long to get any of the actual objectives done. I call them objectives. There aren't really objectives in this game, but it is just kind of what the main, how the main story operates, just by navigating to these specific coordinates. So we're gonna hopefully hit Balboa Island today. That's my plan. That's what's kind of next on our list. Those are the coordinates that we got from our last kind of adventure here. So that's the main goal today. I'm really hoping to be able to churn that out, make it to Balboa Island for the very first time. We can quickly see here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to go through and finish this loop here. So we're trying to get kind of northeast of this position right now. You can see I don't think the wind, where is our wind? I don't know if the wind is going to let us get there. Obviously, at the end of last episode too, we got our steering wheel and we got our engine here, which are both really, really cool. I still need to take a little bit of time to figure out how they actually work, but we've spun the raft around a little bit. I don't know at this point, though, if we're actually going to be able to hit this island without kind of going through and doing the loop again. So I might just kind of set this sail to match our wind direction, and then we'll just kind of on our loop back be able to kind of line up for Balboa Island a little better here. So you can see we might be actually able to get it. I'm not quite sure. Let me see, because if we can get going like in a northeasterly direction, we might actually be fine. Pretty sure this is the one that we had just left. So these are our coordinates here. I just want to double check. 2879, does that make sense? Let's hit our thing here. Yep, 2879 for Balboa Island. Okay, so we might actually be able to hit it. I'm not quite sure. 2177. So we just have to make sure that we keep kind of pulling out to our east, but somehow we're getting further away from it. So we'll have to kind of see how all of this shakes down. I don't have my engine on right now because I want to make sure that we're actually going the right way before I kind of get us going the wrong way any faster. So gonna be working on a couple of things in this episode today, but again, really the main objective with this one is to get to Balboa Island. I think that would be really cool. And just kind of keep chugging along through this story because it had taken us so long before to actually get anywhere. So I think that's going to be really cool as long as we can do it. You can see we've got quite a bit still for materials. I do also want to be able to take some time, hopefully, and start expanding this raft. I think that's going to be really important as well, especially as the machinery that we're able to research and craft right now is getting pretty substantial. We have our tools and stuff. I don't think at this point there's anything that we can really do with these scrap batteries, so I think I'm going to just start tossing them. It'd be really sweet if I could recycle them. Obviously, we have some trash cubes, but we can't put batteries in there as it's really only for raw resources as far as I've been able to tell so far. So just to kind of save us some inventory space right now, I'm going to chuck that battery. Honestly, they're not that hard to craft, so if we need to kind of do a little bit of finagling later to be able to turn that into something, I mean, it's not that bad to do. And honestly, we're going to have so many things that run on batteries, so see if we're getting closer. No, we're still somehow getting further away here. Still need to be going, I guess actually I need to be going out more so in this direction. I'm kind of going the opposite way of that. So I think it may, well, this just totally flipped. So we must have just kind of hit the loop again. But I think at this point it makes the most sense. We'll just go directly into the wind, I think, and then we can kind of reset this loop and hopefully come at Balboa Island so that it's kind of straight ahead of us. It's going to take a little bit to get going here, but it's going to give us a chance to do some of the things that I haven't really had a chance to do recently. Again, I think priority at this point is expanding our raft. We have so many planks and plastic that it would probably make sense to spend a little bit of time doing. Don't want to completely spend everything that we have because I don't really want to turn this into a resource gathering mission or a resource gathering episode if it doesn't have to be. We've started making really good progress, so I want to just kind of keep that train going, but at the same time, though, we are going to need to eventually spend some time kind of getting our raft back in order here. So, again, while we have time, maybe it makes sense to just take some time and do that. What do we have here? Okay, so I have rope. So maybe right now what I'm going to do is I'll keep our spear on hand because we're going to have to keep fending off Bruce here. Okay, so we're going to lose that net, but it's fine. Maybe there's no point in anchoring, but maybe we can start removing these. I don't know if they stack, but I'm going to remove these just to give me some space. I don't want to completely remove all of them right now, but maybe what we can do is just kind of first expand this side of the raft. Okay, it does look like they stack, but they only stack into 5, so that's fine. Let me just put the rest of this away, and I'm only going to carry with me right now my planks. I'll take this spear as well, but I just want planks and plastic at this point. I don't even really need this, but I'll keep it just in case. Or I guess we could probably just put it in this chest for now. Okay. Get that all going here. Might as well cook this last piece of meat up as well. Sweet. I'm gonna grab this just before we can't. Never know if you're gonna get something good in there. It's stupid though, because I mean now I have some more things to organize, but where's our stone here? Okay. Put our beets and potatoes in here. But again, game plan, like this game changed dramatically once we were able to get a little bit of a system here. So as soon as I can kind of clean my inventory up into where I'm good with it, it makes the world of difference in terms of being good with everything here. Okay, so I don't know if we're actually I have my planks here. Sweet. I'm gonna just grab all of these here. We're gonna spend all of these planks. Maybe I'll keep a reserve just for tools and stuff if we need it. But we got quite a good amount of planks. Gonna need to grab some extra plastic. I just gotta figure out where I have that. Okay. Okay, so we should be able to do a fair amount of building, but it's gonna make resource gathering that much more worth it again. So we're gonna just expand. I'm gonna need to eventually build further out as well. I wonder at this point, like even building, I just gotta keep building. We have a lot of planks. We don't usually have this much wood, and really at this point we're using wood to build all of our tools. We're using wood to keep all of our machines and stuff intact, but it really is to kind of expand our workspaces here. So I think what I'll do is remove these, and then maybe we can put a front on for this raft. I think that'd be pretty cool. But we've built out, like we spent a lot of planks and plastic there, but we added, I don't even know, quite a few feet on our left side there, so that's awesome. See how many more we can actually build. I don't know if it's beneficial to have a huge raft in this game. I would think yes, but I don't know 100% if people would advise that or no. But I'm going to replace our nets here. Okay. Okay. So that basically spent all of the planks that we have. I did have nets here. Where'd they go? Okay. We'll replace these. And you can see it's going to be very important again now to collect our planks again. Where are we trying to go? Okay, so we need to go. We're still basically in the polar opposite direction of the wind. So we got to just kind of keep rolling through this here. rolling through a couple of loops until we can kind of get in a good position to be able to come in contact with Balboa Island. If we turn and try and get there at this point, we're going to be going counterintuitive to the wind, so it's not really going to get us anywhere. So we basically, because the ocean is a loop, we'll eventually kind of come back and reset, and it'll give us a different angle. I don't know 100% that I'm approaching it right. Like, we can rotate the raft. I don't know, maybe I'm just not understanding that right. We can rotate the raft, but even still, though, it just kind of puts... Let's just really quickly see. Let's test this. I need to be going back here, so I'm pretty sure it's just going to mean that the wind spins with us too, though. I don't think it's actually going to put it behind us. The wind is just going to kind of consistently point towards the sun here, so we're not really going to... Okay. So let's see then. Yeah, so it's going to be just fighting us completely now. I knew you were coming, buddy. Let's put that net on. I need that. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So it is now completely behind us, and it's completely against the wind. So we're fighting the wind completely here. So again, it makes most sense, I think, as far as I can understand in this game. As far as, you know, it did take us quite a while to kind of figure out how the wind and stuff works in this game, so maybe I don't really completely understand it. But I think at this point, like I said, the main idea is really we'll just go with the wind, we'll reset this loop, and then hopefully once we kind of get closer to resetting the loop, we'll be able to kind of come back at it with a fresh look at Balboa Island and be able to attack it from there. But for right now, like I said, it's been super helpful just getting a little bit of time here to rebuild our raft, because it has taken a considerable amount of time to do everything else for quests and stuff that we've been doing. Obviously, we've got a lot of rope. We're going to need some more planks and stuff here to be able to build more nets, but we've got a lot more space here now. I wish you could just pick this up and remove it, or like pick this up and move it like once you build it, because I think really the only way to get rid of things now is to use the axe, and I don't think they give you as many resources as it took to build, which, I mean, it makes sense, but it sucks a little bit. So we can put this plastic back, because we shouldn't really need any for a while now. We've got a lot more rope, which again is going to be beneficial for when we come back to making nets. Oh, I actually didn't realize that I still had all these planks in here. Okay, so then we can still build actually quite a bit more. I still have that reserve. Maybe I'll do a reserve of... No, we'll just do the reserve of 40. Okay. Let's put this plastic back in here then, and just keep building. Don't know. So we can have the anchor just kind of in the middle, which is nice, because that's kind of cramping our style a little bit. I want to get it out of the way of everything there. Looks like we can kind of fully encase our engine too, which is pretty interesting. Not that I want to do that. I'll probably end up moving the engine, I think. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay. I need more plastic, believe it or not. Okay. Only have one there. We don't really need plastic for anything now. Now that we've gotten out of like the very kind of bare bone materials or the bare bone tools, we don't really need plastic for too much, I don't think. But we had so much plastic reserved, and we don't really have any now. So I can't really do any more building until we get some more plastic, which is right there, which is awesome. This is really just kind of to keep things cosmetically appealing for me to kind of fill in this hole, but we can go ahead. Let's just slap this engine on the back for now. I'm not exactly sure what I'm missing or why it's not letting me place that there. Okay. So I could spin that. It's very hard. I don't know if I can like zoom out while I'm... It's very like cropped in. I can't see. Okay. I don't know. I'd like it to be in like the center. Again, it probably really doesn't matter, but that's sweet. See if we can move our anchor a little closer to here too. I can't. Now I can't even put the anchor where it was. I could put it here though. Okay, that's weird, but at least all of this big stuff is kind of in its own area. I'm cool with that. Just means we can kind of fill this in and eventually kind of fix up our walls and stuff there. Okay, so we've caught in a good amount of materials here, which is going to be helpful, obviously. I'm going to need some water shortly. Got a good amount of plastic again. It's going to get to the point, though, where just to make sure that we continue earning these materials, I'm going to need to make nets. But once I'm like happy with the size of this raft, honestly, if we were to shift all of this stuff over a little bit, I think that would be really, we would actually have like a pretty good amount of room. But I want to just kind of make this floor plan as big as we possibly can, and then kind of start building, but we'll see. Okay, so that makes that all kind of full now, which is really cool. Okay, so we have a big island right ahead of us. That could be really interesting too, because that'll give us the opportunity to use our trade cubes. Now, we have not actually ever been able to shop at these trade posts, so it'd be kind of nice to be able to do that once. Be something new that we haven't done, obviously, in these episodes. We're going to come basically right in contact with it, so we can kind of just keep going full steam ahead. The only thing is we're not still really going to have any weaponry that's going to help us kill any of the animals there, but we had a lot of success in getting a lot of materials and stuff from an island like this last time. That's primarily where we got a lot of our planks, so that's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, I mean, we're going to stand to gain a lot of stuff from mining as well, because we've basically blown through all of our metal and stuff, making the engine and the steering wheel, so that's going to be cool. Obviously copper, with consistently needing all of the batteries and stuff, that's going to continue to always be important. Food and stuff, we're still good. We're going to just put all of our planks back in here. So the biggest thing, actually, which surprises me to no end, is that we really just need plastic. Okay, so if we could have a full kind of crate of logs, that'd be really cool. This bead will just drop in here for now. But again, though, like, I do want to be able to just kind of lay this out a little bit better, a little cleaner, and then I know exactly kind of where everything is, just to make this whole kind of inventory management even smoother. I think that'd be really nice. Just a finicky thing, but I think if you're able to take the time to kind of set it up properly, it really does help you at the end of the day and make everything else go a lot smoother. That's at least the experience that I've had with this game. I'm by no means an expert even still. We've played this game for quite a while at this point. Like I said, if if this is your first episode with us, I mean, we are still very much beginners, even though we are, 54 game days into this. There is still so much that we have to learn, but it's honestly just such a fun game. It really is chill. If you wanted to just kind of try and survive on a raft, you could pretty much do that. But that's kind of what our first couple of days, really our first couple of episodes in this game really ended up being. Not by design. I really did want to get somewhere in this game. We were just not able to. But that's why I was so excited for last episode, especially to be able to kind of knock out two main areas in one episode was huge and paled in such comparison over the progress that we were making before. So just want to keep collecting some planks here. Looks like we're going to wash up on shore pretty nicely actually here. Gonna bring with us our trade cubes, which is awesome. Gonna start putting these palm leaves in the recycler, because at this point we're gonna need rope. Yeah, maybe not, because we are gonna need rope for the nets, because we've made this quite a bit bigger now, but it really does help. It really does help us collect a lot of resources very efficiently. So, okay, I want to just kind of get right to shore here at this point. Where is our... We're pretty close at this point. Want to start cleaning up some of these extra, like close to broken tools as well, just to kind of give us some more space in our inventory here. I think that'd be kind of nice. I'm surprised Bruce hasn't been back yet. The guy's slacking. Okay, so we're all good there. There he is. Oh, there goes that net for sure. Okay, that kind of sucks, but what can you do? Okay, so I've got more planks here. Keep those for now. Add the scrap. Put the potato in here. I want to make sure that we have an axe because we're gonna ideally collect a bunch of wood here. Plastic I'm gonna put in here. Rope, again, we don't really need for right now. I could probably start. I'm gonna just actually condense that. Let's drop our anchor. Is this drop? Where is this? Okay. We'll drop anchor here so we can kind of just chill out here for a little bit, which is going to be cool. Again, I want to see if we can break those two tools. I'm going to add these. This requires raw materials, but that's fine. Place palm leaf. Place the rope. So that fills that up a little bit. Want to get our trash cubes and just see if we can actually... I'm going to bring this just in case we need it. I might as well bring all of this because I still don't know. I'm going to bring a shovel. We don't need the net launcher because obviously we know we can't use that yet. We don't have the explosive powder, so not too concerned about fishing. Palm leaves, we're going to be getting them from when we harvest these trees anyways. But again, though, a huge plan for this one is going to be getting wood. As always, there's a lot of trees actually here that look like we can kind of chop them down, so that's going to be sweet. Obviously, we're going to try and survive and hopefully come across one of the trading posts. There should be one on this island according to the... oh, you can see... I don't know if those are the big guys. Those like pterodactyl dudes that are going to have the boulders, or if those are just like seagulls or something. But I want to, again, basically primarily start out by getting as much wood as we can. And then as we get closer to kind of leaving this island, we're just going to do some mining underneath the platform, or underneath our raft. Could probably pick up some watermelon just to kind of have on hand, because we should be good for food. It's going to be more so water. I should have filled up our water bottle, but I didn't. I forgot. But at least with watermelons, that's going to give us a good alternative. And then the seeds I can just kind of toss down because I don't really need them so much right now. Okay, so here's a goat. We weren't able to shear him last time, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm not going to bother killing it since it's not hostile. Again, too, like our bow and arrow isn't going to kill the animals that are hostile anyway, so I don't know if on Balboa Island or maybe even at this trading post, if we're going to be able to get a weapon that helps us do that. I think that would be really cool. I brought the shears just in case we have the opportunity to shear something. I don't know what that would actually look like or how we would ever get to that point, but just on the odd chance. Again, I brought a bow and arrow, and that's more so just as like a just in case. I don't know, but again, like they don't really do too much. I have yet to see a real good use case for them. I would imagine you're supposed to use them for something. It's just, I mean, we can kill chickens and stuff with them. I just don't see what the point is, because I wasn't able to get meat from them like we were from the lurkers when we were on Vesataga or whatever that island was. If you could get meat from the chickens and stuff, I think it would make way more sense to bring along. Looks like there's a cave there, so there should be some good stuff in there. I just want to make sure that I can get this tree. We should be getting a lot of planks, I would think. Feels like we've harvested quite a few trees already. That guy sucks. Just gonna hang out in the cave while we can regen our health a little bit. But I'm assuming that's what this is. Yeah. He's still pissed. still just grabbing boulders up over there. But at least in this cave, there should be some dirt. Yes, there is. So I'm glad we brought our shovel. Palm leaves again. I guess I can make this into rope just to save some space, but we really aren't going to need it. So I guess I'll just toss. Watermelon seed I'll toss. Watermelon I'll eat just kind of prematurely here. Let's put a shovel here now. I can hear music, so that should be the trading post. There's dirt and scrap in here. I still don't remember. I don't know if we do anything with dirt aside from making grass plots, so it's actually not even that important, but get some cave mushrooms here. There's a good crate up there. Yeah, I'm not really sure if there's more that you can do with dirt or not. I've actually never tried smelting it. I'm pretty sure we tried researching it, and the only thing that we were able to unlock was grass plot. So, and again, like, I'm not even really sure what the point of that is. I don't know what you would do with grass, but unless that's what gives you the thatch, but I just assumed that was the palm leaves. Okay. I was going to say, there's going to be a lot of a lot of things in here that we just aren't going to be able to collect because we're too full. I don't really want to give up planks if I don't have to. I have coconut, we'll toss those, and the seeds. What else? Vine goo, shark dinner. What else is here? Palm seed, decoration package. Okay, so let me just really quickly, we'll throw down the scrap, pick up the decoration package, just on the odd chance that it's something that we don't have, but this is a way that we can at least get everything that was included in that chest. Fireplace, I'm actually not sure we have that, so I'm glad we picked that up. Not that those are more so, as far as I understand, just cosmetic items, but it's still really cool to have. I'd rather have them than not. I think we're still far off being able to make, you know, I don't know. As long as we have room in the raft, like, making big items like that would be super sweet. Obviously, I don't really know what the resource requirement and stuff is, but okay, so I gotta figure out now how to scale this island now, or how to scale this mountain. I think last time, it looks like a lot of these islands are shaped pretty much the same. Pretty sure what we did last time is, like, go up around here. Okay, yeah, nice. So I don't see any trees that we can kind of collect things from here, but again, though, the last time we were on a main island, we were able to collect a lot of ore and stuff as well, a lot of seaweed, so stoked for that. Obviously these palm seeds and stuff we don't need. It's going to be super helpful, though. I'm so stoked to have I'm so stoked to have, okay, that's just a black flower. All of these planks back, though, so we're gonna need to farm plastic, obviously, but okay, so we are maxed out on planks again. This guy's still ripped. I might just toss this spear at this point, just because we basically have, like, another shark attack left in that, but that's it. Maybe two, but I'm too far from the boat to. Now with this, we'll have to see again. Like, I'm very curious to see what we can do with. Okay, so here's our trading post. Oh, I'm gonna get this mango tree really quickly, just for more wood. Okay, we got really lucky and dodged that guy. I didn't even hear him until it was, like, basically right there. Just want to make sure. Okay, I don't see any other things there. Okay. I don't see any trees that we can take down here, unless there's some small mango trees, maybe. What do we got here? Bolt. That's going to be helpful. Again, that's basically a metal ingot. I'm not going to do anything with those cave mushrooms yet. We don't have a recipe or anything, so I'm pretty sure it just turns into leftovers anyway, so there's no real point in keeping that. Okay. I'm stoked, though, because this is, again, going to be... Oh, there's a lot of mango trees. I'm going to just get these before I forget that they're here. But let's get some planks here as well. Honestly, at this point, like, if there's a bunch of cool things that we can actually buy in this store now because we have the currency, we'll just go back to the boat. We'll drop off all of our planks, and that'll allow us to kind of get all of the other resources, basically, that we're leaving behind here. But I personally just really wanted to come do a really good plank run. Looks like we're going to get that. We're going to get even more planks here, which is amazing. I'm actually going to be full again because we'll probably get more than 5 here. Maybe not. Maybe not. But we are full. So we have 100 planks again. Nice. Planks used to be pretty hard to get, but on these big islands, it's amazing. Okay, you can buy 20 plastic. I don't want to do that, though, because... Okay, that's cool. So you can get recipes from here, a wardrobe, compass, points relatively north. I'm not sure what the point of that would be. Makes a sound to annoy your friends, so a lot of these are just kind of explosive goo. Oh. So we basically need to get, we should probably be in this second tier, I would imagine, by now, because that's probably how we get our explosive powder. And like a lot of these are materials and stuff that we can have already. Titanium ore. Okay, so now we got to figure out how to get these fish. I don't know how to get these fish. I wonder if that's in like the advanced nets, but I don't think we can. We're not even close to that right now. Okay, spice up your food. That's all cool. I really want to get the recipes just to have. I think those would be really good for us. A compass, that's cool. We don't have any trade coins though. I don't know how you get trade coins. Oh, by selling. Okay. So we can really only get fishing bait. Actually, you know what? Maybe we get those fish by the bait. That's probably actually what it is. Because we've fished a lot in this game, but we've never actually used bait. Beginner merchant, purchase an item from the trading post. It's crazy to think that we are like 8, 9 episodes in. I can't even keep track anymore. But that really does translate to like a decent amount of hours in this game. And this is the first time that we've made a purchase at a merchant. That's actually insane to me. I'm going to drop this scrap hook just because it's almost broken too. And I want to make sure... Okay, so we could afford all that. Super cool. We haven't gotten any rep because it looks like you only... Wow, so it looks like the only things that you can sell are these fish. So it has to be the bait. It has to be the bait. They're out of stock here, but we should have a lot of simple bait. Okay, that's really cool. We can buy plastic in droves of 20, which is cool, but I think at this point I would rather just kind of keep our stuff for the bait, because I don't know if we can craft bait. You can probably only purchase it. I want to go back to our raft at this point, though, to offload all of these planks, and then we can kind of see if there's some more, like, it might benefit us to do some fishing while we're here, honestly. Just because there's a trading post, we can fish while we're here and then get some trade coins as well. Because who knows when the next trading post is that we'll find. There's a hog there. Trying to dodge this guy up here. I think it'd be really cool too because we have, I don't know exactly what materials it takes to make that paint mill or whatever, but I think that would be really cool too. There's obviously flowers all over these islands, but I mean to start painting our raft would be kind of sweet. Again, just minor cosmetic thing, but a raft should be a relatively big size, so we just must be on like the opposite side of it because it has not come across our sight line here yet. Watermelon's keeping us pretty well hydrated though. But I'm stoked though. Like I said, like I really just want, plastic's going to be super important now. I used to hate seeing that wash up. Now I just really don't like seeing the palm leaves. But even still, honestly, at this point, if we can just kind of keep feeding the palm leaves and stuff to our to the recycler, I think that's going to be pretty cool. It's nice to have the anchor and the engine and stuff out of the way. Look at, I mean, we could essentially build this out, I mean, way more. Like, we were in a very kind of tight area before. We've got a lot more floor real estate here, but again, we're going to probably take those nets off even more now and just continue to build outwards. Where's this guy? I need that net, dude. That's going to be the only reason why rope is still beneficial. It is because we are going to need to make a lot more nets, but for that reason, I'll keep it, I guess, or keep them. Okay, so that is sweet. I've got a recipe for the shark dinner cooking pot. Cooking pot. So shark meat. Okay, the mushroom and the algae. Okay, that's sweet. So that does give us a reason now to collect that. Okay. What else do I have here? So the trash cubes I'm not going to need now since we already know kind of what that all looks like. Sweep net, useful for catching bugs. Maybe that we could turn into bait, but again, I don't know how to actually catch those. The bow and arrow we really shouldn't need at this point. Shears, I can't imagine now seeing what's actually available at the trade post. So let's put that away for now. Again, we do have a little bit of plastic. Got some nails there. We have a bolt here, but I don't remember. Oh, I have a bunch more plastic there. Oh, okay. That is awesome. That's really good to know, because I forgot that we had that. Okay. I'm glad we didn't go drop a bunch of money on that then. Okay. So I will, then, we will be able to build a lot still. Perfect. This episode, honestly, at this point, might turn into just kind of a raft rebuild, but... okay. I kind of want to take these nests off because we're not moving right now, but it'll give me a chance to build the raft out a little bit. We're okay on the side. I could honestly like build out on this side a little bit more now too. Whoa. It'd be really cool if you could like break down old machinery and stuff like these, or like even like your old chests into some materials. That'd be kind of nice, because I would much rather upgrade these to our full kind of those chests. But okay, so we have a lot of nets. I might just put them in here for now. Obviously we're going to use them, I just don't need them yet. This bug net, again, I still don't really know how that works. We haven't had the chance to use it yet, so I'm going to just save that in there. We have our stew. We have bait. I'm going to put our scrap away. Watermelon, I'm going to just put in here for now. Okay, so we have plastic, we have planks, but I need to make a fishing rod. So scrap, bolt, and rope. So bolt, scrap, and rope. Perfect. Put my bolt back. Awesome. Okay. So let's try and fish. Actually, I can put my... no, I'll keep the shovel just for when we go back. I'm going to need to make a new axe as well. Rope, scrap, and bolt again. What am I doing here? Metal axe. Okay, so that's going to be helpful later as well. But in terms of shovel and the other thing, we should be good. Maybe I will just keep it. Yeah, maybe I will just keep it. Okay, we'll just kind of roll it down there, because I shouldn't need any of that other stuff right now. But I am going to fish, and that we can at least do off the raft. Okay, so let's try this, because we have never used the bait before. So I would imagine this is probably how you catch the specialized fish. That would make total sense. Okay, so far, no. But we'll see. Am I not using bait? Because we didn't actually... nothing pulled out of our 20 stack, so... whoop. Okay, there we go. Now we have bait on here. I thought I had bait on there before, but apparently not. So we'll see now. But I would imagine that this is how we're going to be getting those special fish. Okay, net nibbler. Makes perfect sense. Amazing. So we're gonna just do a bit of fishing here, guys. Obviously, we're gonna need to kind of do this just so we can get some more trade currency. Again, we're already at this main large island, so I want to make sure that we're gonna be able to use or get some trade currency and level up our trade experience at the merchant. I think that's going to be super beneficial going forward, especially with having the ability now to make our own currency. Obviously, these special fish, like, we really aren't going to need to cook these. There's so many other fish and things that we can eat, so I would much rather just kind of exchange these for the currency, because by the looks of it, like, these are the only things that you sell. So this makes a lot of sense then. This makes a lot of sense. I've just learned a lot about this game. We've never been able to use a trade post, so to be able to figure out how to buy and kind of how to sell is super important. It makes me realize, though, that, like, I mean, if we really don't need to be, like, saving things like dead battery, because you can't sell it for anything anyways. And if you can't, like, as far as I've been able to tell, you can't deconstruct anything, so. But I'm stoked, though. Like, our raft is still a mess, but I'm very excited to have it kind of look cool eventually. I think it can look cool. Just kind of envisioning right now, we'll just kind of build over top of our engines and stuff here. Could look rad. Kind of want to do that before I forget a vision. It would have been sweet, though, to be able to have, like, the anchor kind of tucked in there as well. Maybe we can. Maybe I just have to do that a little differently, but it'd be nice, just because obviously those two pieces of equipment are so big. We'll have to see. We were able to get a lot of bait, though, so we should be able to catch a lot of fish, obviously get a lot of trade currency. That's going to be massive. I'm going to need to eat and drink something really quickly, though, and I would imagine pretty shortly after we hop on this raft, Bruce is going to be coming, so I'm going to arm myself with the spear. There he is. Look at this guy. Should be close to being able to get some meat from him too, so honestly, I mean, we should be in pretty good shape for everything here. I'm gonna just quickly, we'll eat this. That's pretty good. Okay, cook this bad boy up, because we can. Let's get some water here. Going to pour this out and restart the cycle. Okay. Just like that, we'll go back to fishing. And again, like, the only reason I'm doing this off the raft is because it doesn't seem like the shark comes and attacks our raft while we aren't on the raft. So, I mean, for right now, just for kind of easy fishing, this is kind of my strategy. We're close enough to the raft that, I mean, if we need a restock on food, we need a restock on water or anything like that, I mean, it's easy enough to do. And then, I mean, if we can really just kind of focus on collecting fish and food and stuff here, at this point, like, I mean, this is obviously just our trade currency, but, I mean, if we can just kind of focus on this, we're not trying to fight off the shark every couple of minutes, it makes it a lot easier too. Just as long as you kind of keep in the back of your mind that once you hop back on the raft, pretty shortly after, he's going to be aggroed enough, and he's going to be ripping. I've realized too that, I mean, if you kill the shark and don't actually take, like, we end up leaving the shark head all the time because, I mean, it's a cool little vanity item. You can't sell it, but you can't really see a whole lot if you wear it. So if you keep, like, some items still on that carcass, it takes a long time to despawn, and I've never seen Bruce respawn while his dead body is still kind of floating. So I think it buys us a little bit of extra time as well if he's just kind of floating there. And then obviously he has a chance to respawn once his body's cleared. But I mean, if we can kind of kill him the next time we hop on the raft, and then that should give us a lot of time to float around here and collect everything that we need for like mineable materials. So I think that'll be really important as well. But again, I really am just kind of fishing. We're going to fish through. We have another 2 of this bait, so that's going to get us. We should have like 20 fish that we can sell at the trade post. Not exactly sure how leveling up at the merchant goes. Whoa. Guy got closer than I was expecting. I'm not exactly sure how leveling up your experience or whatever at the trade post goes. So we'll have to see. You guys can learn with us. We're going to obviously get reputation and the trade token or whatever that is. So that's going to be cool. Should be. Okay, so we can basically go now. Awesome. So let's just go. We have another axe. I'm going to just keep farming planks while I find them because we have our second axe now. I put my bow back. I put our arrow back. I guess we could go collecting flowers and stuff as well. Just because, for right now, if it comes to the point where we need to drop stuff, I'm just going to drop the seeds because I don't really care about the seeds so much, but I want to start getting some of these flowers just so that we can paint our raft eventually. Obviously, we still need to make the paint mill, but it'd be cool to be able to do that sometime soon. And like realistically, we already pillaged this island for like what we need. I'm just not sure if we're going to be able to find any more resources out here. Again, I'm really kind of keeping hopeful for some more wood, but I don't know if we're going to find any. So let's just get all these flowers. I'm not sure how many. Oh damn, it's like his nest right there. I don't know if I've ever been that close to it. Oh damn, there's the warthog out here too, yo. Things getting crazy at night. I'm just passing through, bro. We gotta find that trade post. Okay, we're up here. I gotta get all the way over there. Yo, this bird's tripping though. Okay, man. Oh no, the warthog's literally right here. Okay, bro. I'm leaving. Okay. Again, this is another instance where I really probably should have pulled water from the boat or from the raft. I didn't. I think I'm like right under this bird nest too, which is really stupid, but maybe this isn't a nest. I thought it was. I thought maybe, because like I know you can get eggs and stuff, I thought maybe we would have been able to get an egg from there, but no. Okay, so here's the cave that we were in. I don't remember where we rounded this mountain. It was just here, wasn't it? Just got a bunch of pineapples here. That might have to do, in case we need food. I have my stew here still, so we would more so just kind of need water from that. Coconut would be really good too, obviously, but I think at that point we need to chop down some more trees unless I can find where we ended up dropping all of that before. Berries, flowers. Again, I think berries are primarily just for recipes, but I'll take a black flower. Nice. Okay, so we've been able to dodge all of his attacks right now so far, which is a thing of beauty. I thought the trading post was here. I thought I saw, yeah, right there. I don't even know if that's actually what it's called, but that's what I keep calling it, so. Okay, so this is really good for our water. The pineapples are actually pretty good for water. Collect some more flowers here. Obviously that goat's just chilling outside there. I don't have any of our tools to be able to shear them or anything else, so I'm gonna just leave him be. Again, I don't even know if we can shear a goat. Maybe it's just sheep. I don't know. But I haven't seen a sheep or anything in this game, so I honestly don't even know at this point if that exists. I could just be talking about nothing. Very likely am. Okay. Scared me though. I was ready to pop that guy. Okay, so seeds. I don't care about the seeds. I can't imagine like taking time to tend to growing these. Depending on how many flowers though we need to paint, maybe I will. Okay, sell. We've got a lot of glow shrimp, so we're gonna get some trade rep. We got trade coins. Okay, so it looks like we need actually quite a bit. We need to sell quite a bit of things. We need to sell 30 items. We don't have that. We're close. Got a lot of trade coins. That's cool. They're still out of stock. I don't know how quickly they regenerate their stuff, but Oh, I should have kept trash cubes so I could have bought these recipes. Especially these ones. Makes you run faster. That's sweet. I wonder what the blue recipes are. Like, I wonder if there's any, like, permanent recipes. Probably not. But that's really cool. Okay, so I think we basically did as much as we can. I might do just another real quick look to see if there's any obvious trees here that we can jack some planks from. But we did quite a bit of harvesting on this island. We've now fully traded at that trade post. We bought all the bait that we could. We've sold all of our all the catches that we caught. So in terms of really kind of being able to do anything else here, I'm not really sure there is anything. Obviously, all of those trees are all the big ones that we can't cut down anyways. I wonder if eventually we can, but we were already in the cave, so I'm not really seeing that there's anything else left here to do. I just got to figure out where our raft is now. I want to say, ooh. I just got to make sure that we don't cross paths with that warthog, because I don't want to have to contest with the warthog and this damn pterodactyl if I don't have to. Pick up a yellow flower, tight. Red flower, sweet. There's our raft there, amazing. Okay, so we dipped this guy again. I don't know how pissed he stays. Like, if we go back to our raft, I hope he doesn't keep bombing us, because they have before, but like I don't know exactly where their range is. I'm hoping though, like I said, like I mean, as soon as we kind of hang out under the roof, he's pretty good. Whoop. They don't usually. I'm waiting for Bruce. He should come here anytime. Maybe. Because I don't think he's dead. I thought I just heard him. Okay. I hear him now. Look at this guy. Going for the weakest part here. Going for our net. Okay, so probably one more fight and he'll be dead. Gonna just pitch these seeds for now. Let's put our trade coin in here. With our cube. Or our cubes, sorry. Okay, awesome. So that's all good there. I have all these seeds still. I don't want them though. We'll just pitch them. Q. Q. Okay, so now we just have flowers. I don't even know. Okay. I wonder if these just like infinitely stack. If they do, you probably need a lot of them, but either way. Okay, so we should be good shape so far. So I think at this point we can basically undock and just get to ripping. Let's get out of here now. Oh, no, I lied. I forgot I wanted to mine. The shark is gonna be pissed. Lots of garbage here. Oh yeah, he's pissed. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, but so is he. Okay. I want to check out over here though. I should probably wait to kill him. I don't know if I really want to mess around with scrap as much as, I mean, we probably could. I really just want to get down there for the ore. But we basically need to like kill this guy, otherwise I'm never going to get a chance to get down here. I don't have any of the fish that I need to be able to make the shark bait stuff. So I just want to see if there's any like cheap ore we can scoop. I know he's right there. He's not charging us, but he will. I think he will. Here's some seaweed. Might as well grab this while we're here. Stone. Not seeing any ore yet, surprisingly. We might actually be too far away from the shark right now. It's weird. Like, I don't know how and when they determine to send him after you, but I'm glad I have how to get those special fish kind of figured out now, though. I keep forgetting too that we have our extra oxygen. We're gonna need to make more of that because that oxygen tank thing really helped. Same as the same with the flippers too. But clay I don't really need. We can definitely get this algae though. Clay and sand, like we already have a lot of glass, so I don't think I really need sand. It's kind of nice too when you're exploring down here and find some crates. That's always sweet. Some more seaweed. There we go. I saw some ore. Nice, and it's metal too. That's more so just for maintenance of our current tools though. Like that's eventually gonna become less important, but for right now we do still need it. Oxygen bottle and flippers. It's nice that they both basically have like the same amount of health. So we can just basically keep upgrading them at the same time, or keep crafting them at the same time, I mean. So that's gonna be really nice. Okay, keep chugging through, getting some metal ore, that's amazing. Brucey the shark is still leaving us alone, that's pretty sweet. Don't see any more ore here though. Yeah, I don't see any more ore. We have gotten like 5 or 6 though, so. Okay, here we go. We gotta take a quick scoop up. Wonder what titanium looks like. Okay, there's a couple things of ore over there, so that's gonna be helpful. But yeah, I wonder what titanium looks like, or like in what areas you're able to find it. Like I don't know if it must have to be like unlocked maybe at like a certain point in the story, like maybe after we hit, or is this titanium? No, it looks like copper. Yeah. Too bad. But again though, because we need batteries and stuff, we're still gonna need copper ore, but that's really the only thing that we would need it for. Unless you would make copper ore and titanium, or like copper and metal would make titanium. I doubt it, but I don't know. Is there seaweed here? Sweet. Don't worry, bud, we're going. Getting a little choked out there, it seems. Do a quick scoop through here just to make sure there's no more ore that we missed. And then we can just kind of get back going on our way. I think we got all that seaweed and stuff that we needed. Waiting for Brucey the shark to come back. Oh, yeah, there he is. Didn't expect him right there as we turned around, but... Okay. So, all in all, pretty good haul, I would say. Let's raise the anchor, and we can get back to chugging along on our way here. I want to go. Yeah, get all his meat. 3, 4. Okay, so he should stay dead for a while now, I would imagine. Which is going to be awesome, because it makes me now want to sort this stuff out real quick. So we have even more rope again. I have got some shark meat that I guess we could put on. I think. Boom, boom. We need one of those mushrooms. I don't have any saved. I just won't make any until we get that mushroom. But that's fine. I have berries here. We got metal. We got bolts. Okay, so that's all of our finished stuff. Got some more scrap. Cool. We have our metal. That's upstairs. Another nail. We have our nets. Let's just run this stuff upstairs real quick, and then I'm just going to keep building. I should actually be smelting this, so... Nope, that's not how you do it. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna have lots for vine goo, which is sweet. I actually don't know if I have this recipe. I feel like I do. Simple fish stew? Yeah, we do. Okay, so let's pitch this then. Get that out of here. Cool. Put this tool up in here. Fishing rod we really probably don't really need right now, but I'm gonna need some food though really quickly. Get this out of our inventory. Okay, put this back in. drink before I forget what I'm doing. And I need plastic. So we have all of those planks. We have all of this plastic. So let's just build. We are going to build, build, build with all of that plastic. I'm going to basically, at this point, we'll worry about walls and stuff later, but I'm going to just basically try and build as big a raft as possible, and then we can just start worrying about our nets and stuff later. But hopefully... I'd like to be able to see, though, if we could get this anchor out of here. Like, as long as this thing will still work, I think that's really cool. I'm hoping that I didn't just screw that up. But okay. Amazing. So we can basically just build walls and stuff over that. That's going to be my plan, is to just kind of completely encase that. And that should work out just fine. And then we don't really need to use that for anything else. Okay, so I still have a little bit of plastic, not too much. So maybe I'll just wait until we have more plastic, because I don't want to need plastic for something else. Obviously, again, we are going to need some probably for that oxygen bottle. So I want to make sure we're good with that. Got a couple of decoration packages here. A rug, sweet. And a mug, a rug and a mug. I want to just quickly check in as well with our coordinates here. Starting to sit on quite a few scrap now, which is awesome. Obviously all that stone, that can be a raw material. I'm gonna grab these nets now because honestly the size of our raft should be pretty good for at least a little while. So let's get this set back up. I don't know if I need plastic for those or not, but I actually don't remember. No, just rope and nails. Amazing. Okay, so that's what I want to spend planks on now then. Rope and nails. Let's put our nails in here. Just make a lot of, as many ropes basically, or as many. Amazing. Okay, so we're out of planks again, so I'm glad we did what we did. Obviously we're all out of rope basically too, but this is going to be amazing. We should be able to collect a lot of things now. Okay, I actually forgot that I had this whole side outfitted almost too, so that's nice. So we are just collecting right now on our sides, but we should be able to catch a lot, especially because this raft is so big now. We added quite a bit of room here. I don't want to have nets on the back because I'm never usually back there, so, and I don't want Bruce biting them off. Got to figure out how to get the stronger nets. I'm stoked for that because then I don't know if they just collect more, if they're bigger, if they're stronger, or what. But either way, though, probably all of that. That's going to be really helpful. But now we could basically use all of these materials again, and I never thought that that was going to happen. So that's really kind of nice to be able to actually need this stuff again. What's this? Learn all crafting recipes from packages. That's amazing. The Renovator. Okay, that's super cool. So now decoration packages, we know we have everything. I'm just going to toss them or not pick them up. Don't really need them at this point. But that's really cool to know. I actually did not realize that that was an achievement. Okay. So just keep organizing here. That's just an empty storage. What is this actually for? I don't even know at this point. We could maybe put all of my planks in this one instead. Okay. Because that one really is just kind of like miscellaneous here. Stone and a bunch of things that we don't really need, but the odd time maybe. That's all our like ingot based stuff. Cooked shark, okay. Obviously some more planks here as well. Okay. Let's quickly check our coordinates and see how we're booting along here. Where's the wind? Okay, so once we complete this loop though, I'm pretty sure it's in and around like 25 or 2,700 meters, then we should be in good shape. As long as we kind of keep on this path, we might end up actually hitting Balboa Island in this episode. We'll see. Either way, though, guys, we got a lot of raft crafting done. I know that's not the most exciting thing, but honestly, it's something that was going to need to be tackled at some point because we really did, especially with the size of the machinery and like equipment and stuff that we're getting from these quests now. It was going to need to happen. I would love, we need just planks, which is really cool to be able to start kind of building up our walls. We don't really need plastic and stuff. So again, I want to just make sure that we're getting a bunch of planks as always, but that's going to be really sweet. Again, though, I do really wish that you could just kind of reuse these walls and stuff, but because I do kind of almost want to start from scratch and rearrange everything that we've got going on here, but okay, so this one can be primarily, I'm just going to move this over here. I don't think we have anything left. Oh, we do still. Okay. I'm going to just move this. Maybe I'll just put this, like, in here for now. Okay, that's helpful. But we are doing pretty well, guys. Pretty well. I don't even know what day are we on. Day 56, so day 57, technically. Should be coming close to the next day, though. And then just keep collecting all these materials. Again, though, planks are going to be super huge. If we can hit another big island, we should be in good shape. Still have a couple of trade cubes that we could use to get some more bait. I think if we were to fish a couple of more times, we should be able to get our other, we should be able to get our reputation up and unlock T2, so that's going to be sweet. I wonder if we would be able to, actually I think titanium's in T3, so I was going to say, because I wonder at what point we actually unlock titanium, because I honestly have no idea. But I'm excited for those possibilities for sure. Still getting a lot of planks, so that's amazing, but again, I just want to make sure that we still have like all of our tools and stuff are still okay. Obviously have the second axe. We don't really fish a whole lot unless we like have time kind of thing, but I don't really have anything to cook right now, but we are still pretty good for food. Haven't made stews or anything in a while, but we still have a couple on us, but those are honestly so good. We'll have to see. Once we flip this loop, I mean, if we can kind of come across another large island, maybe we'll just have to hit it. Just because, actually, I should be going up here too and just making sure that we're farming this. Nice. Let's keep this metal cooking. Nice. We are doing well, guys. We are set up to be this moving collector. I really do want to kind of rebuild since we've spent so much time now. I might actually build out, like I said, what I was thinking for this main part though. Just because we still do have a lot of planks, and with Bruce dead still, we should have a little bit of time. So I think with this, because it's just walls, we're really only going to need planks. So let's try this. Wooden wall. I want a solid wall. The idea is to basically just kind of shell this off. I just want to make sure, though, that if it's shelled off, we can still get in here and turn. Because I don't know if we can. Okay, we can. Drop anchor. Awesome. Obviously, that's pretty tight. Maybe I would do it a little further over. just because. I don't know why I went to roof. Maybe we could honestly even just do pillars there. Why does it want to? Yeah, do like that. That's pretty rad. Not quite. Activate engine. I might need to go one more over. Yeah, I do. Bruce is back already. He's already biting on the net. Okay. Let's try this again then. I have to go like one more square over, just to kind of do what I'm trying to do here. Where is that? That'd be like here. Okay. That's pretty sweet. And then I wonder if I can just put pillars here to keep this open. Oh, I need nails. Okay. We got a lot of nails built. I'm not gonna need that many, but where's the next one? This will just kind of help keep this back part open over here. But we should still be able to kind of build a roof on it. Unless I'm way wrong. What do we got for solid wooden floor? Okay. Nice. Looks alright to me. So far. I don't know if that's all of our planks. I think it is. Yeah, so we've used a lot of planks. That's fine though. That's the idea. Used a lot of planks. Wow, I'm surprised actually we used as many nails as we did as well. Okay. That's sweet though. Okay. So much to keep organized, but really is like a retail management game for sure, or inventory management game for sure. Okay, let's go back up here, see if we got any planks. We should have, because again, we are catching a lot of materials, so this is going to be sweet though. We'll put like our sleeping quarters above here. Thing's going to be like a master ensuite, or like a master bath. Oof. That's going to be sick. I'm stoked. Nice to see that that should actually work out like pretty well. Yeah, we're collecting a lot of planks already, which is amazing. Okay. Chugging along here, guys. Chugging along. I really want to get the rest of that built though before I forget my vision. But I'm stoked. I think that'll look really cool once it's done. Let's actually see where we're at for coordinates here. Okay, so we should be nearing the end of this loop anytime. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's in and around like 2,500 meters out, maybe a little more. We're just shy of 2,000. There's nothing else really on our map or on our radar. There's obviously that small island there, but there isn't usually too much to grab on those. If we can stick to like large islands, I think that'd be ideal at this point. Especially since there's things to do on the raft still. And we are collecting so many resources in our nets. Oh god, that's all salt. What am I doing? Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to wait. I screwed all that up. Actually, what I should be doing is we'll eat this watermelon really quick. There we go, get that in you, bud. Because I was going to say, I would imagine Bruce is coming soon. He's going to eat our net off, isn't he? Oh yeah. Friggin' Bruce. Okay, what do we need now? Can we make a net? Rope. And nail. What do I need to research to get these special collection nets? Hammock, that's cool. This. Titanium. Oh, we gotta get titanium. Just don't know when or how. I don't want to spoil that yet to look it up, but I'm very curious though. Very excited for that. Keep always putting that in inventory. I should just put it in my hotbar. Okay. Plastic. So that's fine. Plastic we don't really need again all of a sudden because that's really just useful to make our, I guess, a couple of things. Trash can. Throw your trash in here instead of the ocean. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it really does anything. You might as well just put it in the recycler. But I wonder, oh, you know what? You probably get trash cubes for that, wouldn't you? That's cool, actually. Where is that? Hinge. Can I just make a hinge right now? Let's do that. Trash can. Plastic and scrap. Awesome. I'm gonna just put it like here for now. Oh, maybe I should put it up by the recycler. Anything that we can't, anything that's not base materials we can just scrap here. I'm gonna move all of this obviously, but you must be able to make trash cubes out of that. That'd be so cool. And that's probably for like everything, like I said, that's just not raw material, which is gonna be awesome. Like now all of those decoration packages that we can't use, any additional recipes and stuff that we bring back with us after we realize that we've learned already, because we can't really do too much with that stuff after. We're gonna be moving to the penthouse soon, guys. That's awesome. Got a good little setup here, or we will have for sure. I am stoked. Get some more rope. Because I do actually need to make some more. We should be making more of these nets even. I already don't remember. Okay. I need more rope than that. Let's put all this rope in here. Because as soon as we make these nets, I don't really need rope again. I'm sure I will for like the larger, better nets, but... Okay, so we don't need too many more, but... I mean, we're gonna add them onto the back and stuff as well. We might as well. Makes pretty easy target for Bruce, but honestly though, we collect so much when he's not here. We're just churning this stuff out right now. This would have been a pipe dream back in the day. But like the amount of planks and stuff that we're collecting just sheerly based on these nets is phenomenal. Okay, so what is our... So the loop restarted? But we have to get... We're still going with the wind. We have to go like out to our... over here. So we'll see if that's possible. We'll see if that's possible. We'll see how close we can get. I don't really know. It's probably going to fight us a little bit. Actually, let's see if I can turn the wheel and make it a little easier. I'm going to roll this up real quick until I figure out where we're going. Okay, is this like north or whatever? Is this at least where we need to go? I got to go straight ahead. Is that possible? No, we're going to be fighting the wind the whole time still. Right? I need to go straight ahead here, which is, again, polar opposite of where the wind is blowing. So, again, we need to reset this loop. I don't even know, actually, for sure that the loop did reset the first time yet. But it should have. But at the same time, though, like, I mean, we're still pretty far away, so I'm not actually sure if it did. It's going to be pretty sweet though. Like when this whole thing is built up top, we're going to be able to see where he is all the time and just hop off and attack him. He shouldn't really have much time to bite that stuff. Okay. Yeah. Again, honestly, like pretty soon I don't think we're really going to have a huge need for plastic. I mean, we can continue building this raft out, but for the next little while I don't think we're really going to need to. Like maybe what I'll do is get a chest full of plastic just to kind of sit on. And then from there, we'll just wait it out, because we shouldn't really need too much of it soon. Okay, so that's all been collected. I could be like harvesting more materials there. We have planks, planks, planks. Rope. Put that in here. Our metal. Okay. More beets. More scrap. Plastic. Okay. Oh, more plastic. Wow. Awesome. So we do have a lot of plastic already. Grab a quick sip of this. Gonna eventually need to fish a bit more. Honestly, like I could be fishing now, but we still do have quite a bit of meat. I'm not too worried. But eventually. So I think, honestly, right now, maybe we just build this out. Let me just pop this on quickly. Yeah, we're going to be going completely against the wind. So, okay, we're still like 2K off, so that's fine. That makes sense. Let me get back to building this then. Let's collect all the planks that we can get here. We're going to build that roof. Actually, I'm just going to keep collecting until Bruce comes again. We'll mess him up. Let me get that barrel. We'll mess Bruce up again. And then I can continue building out that roof. Because as soon as I get that done, we can kind of carry on business as usual here. Okay, that's all good. Stone. Really just gonna end up scrapping that stuff soon, but I love all these planks. That's what we like to see. Need a lot of wood to build this raft, so keep coming in. Keep coming in, you guys. Got to figure out how to get titanium, but I would imagine we got to at least hit Balboa Island. So that's why it really is a priority to make it there in this episode. Obviously, we're like an hour and a half in and haven't really made any progress towards it. But we are trying. This keeps resetting, though. I don't really understand. Because we were like 2K away. Now we're 1,800, and it's like straight ahead of us. But it's going away from the wind, so I gotta just kind of keep paying attention to this. There's nothing, I can't get back this way right now, so. Doesn't really feel like we're moving. I don't have the anchor dropped, right? No. Just doesn't really feel like we're moving right now. Like, I don't know if all of a sudden, because I have the ability to spin the raft now, it's got me all disoriented. Like, maybe a compass I really need. Maybe that would help. Like, it looks like it's like 1,900 meters away straight here. It looks like, I guess we are making it somewhere. Maybe I just need to be burning. Once we're done building, like, this raft, like, top floor, I'm going to just use all the planks on the engine. Like, I really only wanted to use the engine when we kind of get going in the right direction. And, like, when we're making it closer to the objective. Because at this point, I don't want to spend all those planks and have that burning the whole time if we're not actually getting to where we need to be. So I'm really just waiting for this loop to reset. And like I said, like, I'm waiting. At that point, it just gives me an opportunity to get a couple of other things done that we can't really do as we're waiting for the rest of this, but what the hell is that? Looks like a small island, but a big island too. Weird. I haven't seen one like that before, I don't think. Looks like it's like primarily rock. Like a big flag, so I don't know actually what that is, because it's not on our map. That's interesting. Let's go there for sure. I don't know what that is, but I'm down to find out. Okay, so Bruce just came. Let's stock up here with some more planks, because I want to build this really quickly. Okay, I want this ceiling, solid wood floor. That's ugly. Oh god. I actually wasn't considering that I would need. Right. I would need posts in the middle here too. So maybe that actually isn't gonna work. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop anchor here and we can just chill out here, because I want a chance to explore this, because that's definitely something. But okay, how do I get the triangle? Triangle, solid floor. Nice. Dope. Hell yeah. Okay, perfect. Beautiful thing. Okay. No. That's foundation. No, no, no. Whoop. Swing and a miss there, bud. Okay, amazing. So I do just need to put some pillars up in here, though. Which, like I said, that makes total sense, but wasn't thinking about that before. Still got a good amount of planks and stuff in here. That's amazing. Oh, I forgot I don't have nets on that side. Okay. Sweet. More scrap, more stone, potato. Okay. That's awesome. Gotta get something to eat really quickly. Always putting it in my inventory. So that's all I have for planks is that. Yes. Okay. Good to know. Let's grab some of this stuff then. Do I still have my busted up? Yeah, I do. This is definitely something. It's like a medium island. It's weird. It's like a shipwrecked thing there. I want to test that garbage system. See if that actually works like I think. So I'm going to try and keep these seeds and stuff. I think it's like the perfect opportunity though too, because it's not a very big island to explore. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, Captain, my captain. Reach Captain's Island. That's cool. I don't know what that means. Does that get put into here? No. Not yet. It's probably a note, and then maybe that adds an entry. I don't remember Captain's Island, unless that was... I think they might have been talking about that in one of the audio logs or something, but I don't exactly remember. Looks like there's some cool stuff here, though. What's this? Pick up radio. Yo, alright. I don't know if it's like a practical item or if it's just like a vanity thing, but that's really cool. Captain's hat. That's a vanity item. Probably put that on just because. Nice. You guys aren't going to be able to see me, but I can't even see what it actually looks like. That's just stone. Let me get in here though. See what's going on in this crate. Is that Bruce wanting to muck us up? Okay. See what's going on by this flag. That's really cool though. Got some sand, cave mushroom, awesome. Okay. Let's just go back here. Get our shovel. Pick up that cave mushroom and then we can finish our recipe, which is going to be really cool. I don't remember what I was doing already. Damn it, Bruce. Okay. Okay. Rope. Let's test this garbage system really quickly. Put these seeds and stuff in here. Even the coconut, maybe. Maybe not. I thought that would have been pretty sweet, but maybe it doesn't work like that. Flowers. Flowers. Got some glass. Got a bowl. Got a hinge. Got some more scrap. Watermelon here. Radio. That's cool. Unsure if it's functional. I am in the same boat. Put that on like a table or something later. Nice that it just works, kind of. But we don't need to power it or anything, I mean. Eat these watermelons. Some blue flowers over there, white flowers. Yo, what's this stuff? Oh, that's really cool. Doesn't really look like there's anything special here, though, I wouldn't say. It must just be to kind of mark, like, the vanity things, but... Oh, I forgot, actually, I was going back for that shovel. Wonder if we can get, like, titanium here, though, that'd be really awesome. Just because it is, obviously, like, a different kind of island here, but... I was expecting to find, like, a note, maybe a person, I don't know. Cool to find that radio, though. Got some tunage now. Can't ever complain about that. Shovel. Go grab this dirt. Again, I don't even really know why the dirt would be all that important, but I'm only really picking it up because we don't find it all that often. So if it gets to the point where I need some, I'd rather have it than not. I thought it was Bruce. Turns out it's his little cousin. Okay, so there's Bruce. Bruce is ripped. Oh yeah, he's ripped. I see copper. What's this? I don't know what that... Oh, it's just a barrel. Okay. Trying to see if I see anything else for ore down here. Bruce, I don't know if he'll leave... Oh god. Gotta find at what point he leaves us alone. Because like I said, like, I mean, if you can get far enough away from him a lot of the times, he doesn't really care. He usually just hangs out by the raft. I don't see any more ore though. We had the copper ore there, but not seeing anything super cool. Scoop some seaweed just because we can. Still gonna need vine goo, so that's cool. That's copper. I'd imagine he'll be chilling around here somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is. Get this copper and dip. He didn't do a whole lot of damage to us, so doesn't mean he won't. Alright, bud. Gonna go back to the raft. Hopefully. Working on it, man. I'm trying to get out of here, bro. Actually, yeah, we gotta do it. I don't know how many more things I can take from him there. Okay, so that's a really cool place, but not gonna do much for us. I guess that's why it wasn't marked on the map, but it is cool to find something and get a nice little achievement for that. That's cool. Where's the wind at? I don't even know how actually we made it here, because it looks like the wind is moving again. To me. God. Okay, so it's going this way. So we have to go here. What does this look like, though? Yeah, it's still not helping us get closer to where we need to be. Another trade post island, which is cool, but I guess that would still be beneficial also. Okay, that's annoying right now. Okay. Scrap. Scrap. Oh, okay, right. I can make this now. That's cool. Shovel can go in here. The dirt. I have dirt and copper. Oh. Alright, should always be cooking something. Nails. anyways. Make that other net again. Probably need planks though. Oh, apparently I have some. I can replace this now. Amazing. So that's going to be super cool. So I just need to put in some posts though. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do that. Yeah, because this stuff's like right in the middle. Actually, I wonder... No, because I guess the floor wouldn't technically be supported. Right? Yeah, no. Yeah. That sucks. I don't know if it's just telling me I can't build it because I don't have my nails in here. But I need to know this. Okay, so I can. Oh, okay. So it shouldn't be a problem then. Sweet. I just need more nails. And then in turn we'll need more planks, but... Okay. Keep collecting, baby. Oh, wow. Okay, we're still going with the wind. What does this look like, though? Okay, so we're getting further off. But that's good, though, because, again, I just need to get this loop to reset a bit. Actually getting closer to another trading posts thing, so we'll see. I don't know if we'll go there. I really want to get to this Balboa Island, so I think we'll just pass through and try and just make it there. I just hope I can actually make it there. But how do I make nails? Make a couple more posts. Actually, let's just make sure before I get too far into this that it's actually gonna work. Okay, it is. Oh, yo, that is frickin' awesome. Perfect. It's not the cleanest, but it's pretty good, actually. Considering. This is some pretty chunky material, or like pretty chunky machinery, so I'm super stoked, actually, that they let us... Whoa, I didn't want that there. See if we can keep all of those pillars at the back. Cool. Need more planks, but probably have some. Yep. These nets are so good. Whoa. Have we just not made it anywhere? That's just a new small island. Okay, I thought that was the same Captain Island or whatever. So that's that. I think we have... Oh, do we have... No, we don't. Okay, so that should be all of the pillars that we need. Still need planks now, though. Gotta get a couple of planks still, but... Okay, so that's pretty good. We can easily access our anchor. I can place the planks here and activate the engine. I won't need to really go in behind here. I just added all of those pillars so we can still see through. I think it's kind of sick. Maybe we'll eventually switch that to like windows instead, but for right now, open concept is what we're going for. How did I not get that? There we go. Again, it's really come in handy that we had done so much fishing that one day, because we haven't really had to fish for a little while except for trying to get some of that currency, but oxygen bottle headlight. Definitely stoked though to be able to move this stuff all like upstairs. Get even more kind of room and stuff for us. That would be really sweet. We've been in the slums for a little while. Everything's just really tight. Shark dinner, nice. I think it's gonna keep us filled forever. Maybe. Don't want that here. It's so many materials. I'm gonna keep that shark dinner. And I think that'll be really good, like when we go on a little expedition. Just keep getting all of these planks. Let's go, let's go. Still need to make more nets, obviously, to outfit the back of this raft, but this is gonna be so awesome when we can actually have everything kind of built up and have space around here. I am excited for that. Let's pop this on real quick, see what we got going on. Okay, so we still need this to reset. I should double check though, when we can actually see a thing on our horizon, I should double check what it actually is. Or like where, just to make sure that I have my kind of orientation right here. Because I'm pretty sure like this would be pointed, like this is north. It has to be, I'm pretty sure. But I'll have to kind of mess around with that. So even if we don't end up making Balboa Island on this episode, that is still my plan. At least we got to see Captain Island. Again, me rearranging the raft is something that was going to happen eventually, especially because a lot of these things are getting much larger. But just to keep us kind of efficient here, or try to be as efficient as possible anyways, it's something that we were going to need to do. So here comes Bruce back again. Nice to see him coming. Okay. I wanted to pick his stuff up, but we're going too fast for that. Okay, but that should mean that I have a decent amount of time to build now. I don't know if I have planks stockpiled because we've been just kind of using them as we go. So let's build the rest of this kind of floor. Amazing, amazing. Oh yeah. That is going to be tight. Amazing. Okay, so now we can start blowing out some of these walls. I don't know what we're going to get for planks. I don't want to like screw up anything that we currently have that we're using. But I'm going to need to take some time and rebuild though. We're going to need to kind of like reset up the antennas and stuff, so I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I was expecting that to fall. I don't know if, well, like, once you build it, you can just take the supports away. Oh, I see. Okay. So I can just take all of this out, and it's just going to add. Okay, so there goes our axe. That's fine. Okay. Now I got to figure out, because I actually never really... Oh, God. Never really thought about what this would look like otherwise. That's kind of cool. I think if we do a bunch of windows, like it'll make it look pretty cool. And then also make it a little less expensive to build too. We just have to be careful because we're going to lose everything up top right now by doing this. So I guess at this point I'm kind of committed to... Oh god. I just have to be careful that I have an inventory big enough to accommodate everything up top here. Because we're going to run into issues if I don't. I need to basically be building all of this at the same time. Can I put like a staircase up here? Because it'd be nice to do like one thing at a time. Foundation armor. Yo, that's sick. Where are the stairs? Okay, you can't put that on an angle. Okay, so this is where we're going to start running into some issues then. I could just go through actually and just do a bunch of walls with windows for now. It'd be really cool if we could kind of use what's existing here already for some things. Gosh. Okay. So we're gonna need a lot of posts. Man, there's gonna be a lot of chests and stuff that we need to bring up. Can I do... like stairs. Oh, you can do ladders? That's pretty sweet. Maybe just do a ladder for now. I still need nails. Then we'll just take this ladder away a little later. I don't understand. I can't just stick it to the wall. Okay. What do we got here? Solid raised floor. Whoa, that's huge. I don't need that. I'm still just laying in a cot. Okay, let's just, for right now. Tuck in right there. Collecting planks. let's get rid of that. Maybe make that a solid wall. Pretty good sized room compared to what we have. Oh, we got a lot of palm leaves there. Holy. See how we're looking for the objective. I still need to like get over this way. I don't know if that's possible. Ooh, we might be okay. Looks like it's taking us there. Nice. Biggest thing is I just want to make sure that we have room in these rooms, and like I don't want to have like a bunch of beams and stuff anywhere. Like it'd be nice to have something cool kind of set up here. Maybe that doesn't necessarily need to be triangular. Probably shouldn't be actually. I was trying to set it up the same as the other one, but realistically I need to pop this out a bit more. Add some more. Do we have nails? I don't think I have enough. I do have scrap though, so let's make some nails. Okay. That should be good. Try this. Pump that out. Pump that out. Just gotta figure out how I need to actually build the wall though. Am I actually out of planks again? Wow. Are we stuck? I have like nothing in my net, so I don't see any garbage. I think we're getting closer. We're moving. Slowly. We are getting there though. Probably at the point where I need to start moving some stuff up. Okay, so these ladders are just meant to be like internal, I guess. Cool. Where's my clock? Stuff really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'll set that up later. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like we are moving farther away from that stuff. It's just there's no garbage out here. That's a huge island. I think I might actually have to go there and get some wood. See if we can actually get there. Should be able to. Looks like we're going to come right in contact with that. But we are getting close to Balboa Island. I don't know at this point if we're actually going to make it there because I do need a lot of wood, but I would like to finish kind of what we started here. But we should be able to hit Balboa next time for sure. Still accomplished a little bit of stuff on this stream though. Again, like I said, like I have at least interacted with a trading post now and understand how all of that works, so that's huge. Obviously, like I said, this is a pretty big island that we're coming up on, so that's cool. Wonder, once we can start finding some titanium, that's going to be awesome. Obviously, we've kind of rearranged our room here, so this is going to be huge. This is essentially just going to be our kind of storage quarters, I think. But I'm back to needing planks pretty... Yeah, I need planks. But I'm very excited to kind of rearrange how all of this is. I know it's probably not the most exciting for you guys, but again, though, I really do just need some sort of system here so we can kind of keep things organized, keep things moving. Because we did have, like, everything kind of in pretty good standing, but like I said, it's getting to the point now, especially kind of plugging through some of these quests and stuff now. Oh, where did all my smelters go? Oh no. We lost them. I don't know how though, because I lost my recycler too. I know, like I get why they aren't up here, but they didn't even pop into my inventory though. Maybe because they were too big. Or maybe that just automatically destroys them and they don't actually plug into your inventory. I never actually paid attention, but like our clocks and stuff did. That sucks. That's going to be a big setback. But we need smelters. It's a good thing I have sand and clay. Okay, well, I guess I know what we're doing now. Okay, I have bricks. What do I need for smelters though? That's a big, big, big setback. But they are very important. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, metal ingot, so we need a lot of metal for this. That sucks. Dry brick, scrap, and planks. That's fine. But I do need to make some. Okay. Oh, I can't believe that. Well, I know now. I know now. Because I definitely had inventory space for those to go into the inventory, so I don't know what happened. I guess they just don't like when you do that. But let's get some wet bricks made. I could only make 2. I only needed 6 though, so that's good, but I need a roof where we can dry these out. Let's just put them here for now. I'll be able to make 1, but we're going to need some more clay. That's going to be important because I want to be able to make sure that we're getting 2 smelters going at the same time. Oh, that's such a setback. Okay. That's not good at all. Work on. Oh, I have all these planks in this. I did not realize that. Okay, well that's cool. I can't believe that though. I should have been way more careful. But like I said, I had no idea. It looked like we had room in our inventory. Yo. I don't know if I can... We're gonna miss that island now. Whoa, there's a bunch of stuff here. Somehow we got blown off course. I don't know how that happened if this wind doesn't change direction. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna drop anchor just so we can figure out what's going on here, because all of a sudden we're starting to lose everything here. Okay, so let's drop anchor, that way we're kind of parked. Let me just... This is going to be all of our stuff here. Frig off, Bruce. Oh no. Okay. I don't know how we ended up off course here. It's right there. It's just in behind there. So we have to get in behind this thing. But we're against the wind. So let me raise this. We have a paddle. But it's almost broken. How do I make another one? Plastic, plank, and rope. Okay. But I need to try and get to that island right now. I just feel like all of a sudden I have a bunch of unfinished things and it sucks. Plastic, plank, where'd I put my planks? So I have to raise the anchor. And try to get over that way. I don't know if I'm making it there or not. Can't tell if I'm getting closer. Let me just try and spin this real quick. Can I still, if we aren't moving, spin this? Let's see what this looks like. Now we're just ripping around. Okay. Yeah, see, we're fighting the wind now, so I don't think we're really going to be able to make it anywhere. Anchor's up, right? Yeah. It's hard to say. Are we getting closer? Probably not. Maybe. I just don't understand though, because like the wind, we didn't hit anything, so I'm not sure why how the wind changed. I'm assuming we're getting further from it, that's why it's all, unless it's because it's daytime now. wind is still fighting us. We're 300 meters away. Okay, I'm getting... Am I? So hard to tell. I am. Very, very, very slowly, but I mean, if we have to sit here and make some paddles, I guess that's what we're doing. The only thing, though, is I don't know how that's going to work. Like, I don't expect the wind to change again. Like, we're not going to paddle 1,000 meters to get to our objective, so... I think what I'm doing wrong is I used to be able to just steer with the sail, but I think I actually need to, like, pay a bit more attention and steer with the wheel. Which is fine, like, that makes total sense, but... I think we need to approach how we do this a little differently now. I definitely ended up getting kind of humbled in this episode, for sure. I really wanted to get to Balboa Island on this one, but we did still get a decent amount of things done. It's just not quite where I wanted to be. So we're still kind of working against the wind here, so I don't want to lose this. I'm going to drop anchor right now just so we hold here. I don't know if we would be able to get luckier. Like, the wind direction, again, shouldn't change, but I wonder if we can go further, because you can see it's pretty... it's pretty strong wind right now. I really just want to get all this set up because this is brutal. But I have competing priorities at this point, so... Once I get everything moved around, I cannot believe about the smelters though, that's really scary. Dry brick, okay. What do I need to make one? I can't believe that. Scrap, dry brick, plank, and nails, I think. Where the heck did I put those bricks? Scrapping. So all my scrap is going to go to this smelter, but I need it though. I cannot believe that happened. Okay, at least we have one. Man. So this will just be like the raw smelting materials. Guys, I cannot believe I did that. This battery I don't need. So I'm just go in here. Man. make another paddle. Plastic and rope. Let's try and get here. I think I'm anchored. I shouldn't be able to move when I'm anchored, so. It's definitely calmer water now, so if this is realistic, I should be able to go further. But, oh yeah, I feel like we're moving a lot better. I don't know if it's just daytime, and I can tell a little better too. But I need to take some time now, settle things down, and get rebuilt. Oh, you guys, I cannot believe I did that. I actually cannot believe all of that happened. So I need to make a recycler, I need to make a second smelter. I need to be careful with these antennae now too then. That means I'm going to need to kind of pick up and replace all of those manually. Okay, so we made it here, which is amazing. I'm going to drop anchor now. We're going to probably stay here for a little while, I would imagine, at this point. Let me just put this plot in here right now. Or where is my little offshoot? Here we go. Okay. I don't know what this thing is. Anything? No. That's so deflating though. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, let me chop this down. Planks and nails. Okay, so that's fine. We have all of this still, so that's good. I really cannot believe, though. I thought I heard a bunch of stuff falling, but again, though, we had inventory, so I don't know why. Unless it just made it into parts. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's actually what happened. Maybe we just got raw mats from it, but that would really suck. What the heck is this? Why is it like a metal post? Oh, man. Okay. So we need to keep the floor. And I need to keep these supporting walls and stuff right now. I think if I chop that down, I should be... Oh, maybe not. I just have to be careful with what I'm cutting down right now. So maybe we just leave all that. Okay. That really sucks to have lost all that. But I know now, and that won't happen again. Give me some water. We have an axe. Okay. I should be trying to get some clay and sand, honestly. To make these. That's just stone. Bruce isn't too far from us there. It's a different kind of island. I can't say I've seen like this yellow brush, grass, wheat stuff before. So I wonder if we can get titanium and stuff here. I gotta get our trade stuff, our trade currency. I don't know where anything is anymore. Stuff is such a shell of what we've been doing. Leave my nets alone, dude. The one problem with the raft being as big as it is like it takes a while to get along or get around, but okay. I would imagine that titanium is going to be like in really deep areas, so you're going to need to have oxygen and stuff on you, but we'll see how we go here. I'm surprised you can't get that. I'm definitely fortunate though to at least have washed up close to like one of these trade islands now, but I still can't believe about the smelter. Can I not chop any of these? What's going on here? I don't actually see like any materials on this island. I actually don't see anything. Like we can't chop these trees down. Oh my god, a bear. That's gonna be not good. I don't have anything to kill this guy with. But like we can't chop any of these trees down. I can't even actually do anything here then. I wonder if it's just because I don't have like a good enough axe. That's not good though. That is not going to help us. Now I really just need to see if we can find some sand and clay and kind of make it out of here. But like even still, it's not like I don't have a smelter now. It's just, this is just stone, right? Okay. That's all scrap. Check and see what this is. Probably metal. Yeah. Still gonna be good though, still gonna be helpful. That's all scrap. Got some metal here. Or copper. Copper. Okay. Man. Some sand. No, it's clay. Okay, so that's fine. That's good. I think the biggest thing in my head is I'm like worried about the sand and clay just because I want to make sure that I can at least kind of get back to where we were. Like not having the second smelter and not having the recycler really sucks. Obviously we were doing a really good job in harvesting a bunch of materials. We had obviously a lot. We were able to extend our raft by a mile. So we're ready now for when we can get these other pieces of equipment. But now our day-to-day is going to be a little bit less comfortable. So this is really cool actually to be on an island with bears, but like I haven't even killed regular animals, so I don't know if I'm too far ahead now, but like there's no real way for me to kill these things. Like there's no way, if it takes all those shots with a bow and arrow to kill a chicken, like there's no way I'm doing that much damage to like a warthog or something to kill it even remotely quickly. Like for this, obviously it would have been really nice to get to the trading post, but I'm not sure it's actually worth trying to survive to get there. My next thing now, though, is what is our plan? We need resources again to be able to kind of do a couple of things. We're going to need to keep fishing. Maybe I'll just fish quickly right now. That looks like stone. But maybe we'll just fish a bit. But I need to get back to collecting some resources. See if there's anything here that we can quickly kind of skim. Oh. islands are going to be important again. Oh my. Our raft is way bigger. It's going to look really cool eventually. We've got a lot of room, but yeah. I just don't know now how to get to our objective area. I just didn't realize that the wind changed, because as far as I understood, like I said, the wind can't change. It stays straight as long as we don't hit anything, and we didn't hit anything. We basically just need to get to the other side of this island, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to manipulate the wind enough at like kind of the way that we currently are going. But either way, though, I thought I was going to be able to farm materials and stuff here. That was the main idea behind kind of pulling up on this island, and then everything else was kind of secondary. It would have been nice to get some trade currency and stuff going, trade reputation, but really it was to kind of try and get some more wood so that we could build out the rest of this and start moving our things around and just kind of get back to setting things up. But such is not the case. Okay, lucky cat. Yeah, we'll see about that. Some metal here or something. That's kind of nice. Scoop some of that up really quickly. I'm waiting for Bruce to come popping out of nowhere. Yo. Okay. I think at this point we have to just get out of here. I just gotta figure out. I don't mind when he bites back here because it's not a net. I hate having to replace the nets, but okay. How do we actually get out of here now? Where's the wind going? Okay. So that's fine. So there's a trade post just like up top there somehow. Okay, so the wind is still just kind of, but I don't understand. Like, I don't know how we're going forward right now. Maybe we're not really. We're just not really going anywhere. Yeah, we're getting further away. It's just taking longer. Okay, so we're gonna have to try this again. Just go with the wind. Okay. Okay. Gonna get back to some old school stuff, guys. Gonna be just kind of plugging through the days here. Leave that stuff later. Honestly, I don't think I really care about that, but we just need materials again. Can I make a brick? We're gonna need another spear soon. Rope, metal ingot, and bolt. I don't know how we're doing for metal ingots, but shouldn't really need an axe unless we get off the island, or off the raft and onto an island. So I now know that I'm gonna need to use the wheel more than the sail. We've been so used to using the sail because, again, we aren't really used to playing with the steering wheel. We did just get it at the end of the last episode, but I'm thinking now that the primary kind of way to direct everything, or direct the raft at least, is going to be with the steering wheel. Makes total sense. It's just, I mean, we are not used to that at all, but So this is all really kind of open now, but I'm worried to move anything now. Like, it's nice that we're getting resources again. Got a cooked catfish, cool. But I'm worried to move anything because I don't want to happen. I don't want to lose stuff. So we'll just keep collecting and then just kind of... I don't know how that stuff came through. I guess because I don't have nets back here. But I really just need planks. I can continue building this out. We really just need the walls. So we don't have to put a bunch of like beams and stuff up everywhere, but don't really need anything at the front. It's just making the rest of this useful now. Like this especially, because then I can move all the antennas and stuff back. Because that's one thing that I really don't want to lose. All of that's pretty expensive to make. The recycler was a lot of metal. We're not gonna be able to fill that, so we might just have to kind of lay off the trading posts for a little while. That's not terrible because we don't usually go to those green islands all that often, but it sucks to like not really have the opportunity. But I guess we'll see how quickly we can rebuild. We're at almost 2.5 hours here already, so this has not really been the episode that I was expecting. Really enjoying it. I just can't believe I screwed that up. But I thought, like I said, I thought that everything was all covered there. Everything looked good, I thought. I thought that everything went into our inventory. I didn't see, but it would make total sense, I guess, if it just kind of made it raw materials again. And I'm pretty sure at that you get like a fraction of what you were getting, or what it took to make, so. Okay. We're gonna need to make sure though that we can make a metal spear. So that was a metal ingot and a bowl. That shouldn't be a problem. But that's really like the only thing that we're really gonna need right now. But might as well cook this up. Place planks, cook that down. Okay, so I can make a metal spear already. Perfect. That's really good. Put another brick. Got planks. Just wait until my inventory's full, I guess. Might as well just keep collecting though. We'll just keep checking our direction. See if there's anything like small I can start moving around. I don't even really want these things, but turn that off. That's more so just for looks. Like even this cat and stuff. I'm just gonna basically put it here because right now, but this thing definitely is not gonna be staying. But we're gonna just keep it to keep it for now. I got like duplicates of these, so we'll end up tossing those. Gotta make a window or something, or a door or something into that eventually as well. It'd be nice though, man, when we can have, I'm basically gonna have this complete thing open. I'll just separate it by a door maybe, but maybe we could put a door in there now even, that way I can kind of get around. Here's my axe. I should have just... Never mind, I'll put a door in the next one. But like, at least this floor I'll be able to... Actually, yeah, you know what? That floor I can just keep. I just need to build more walls, though. We just gotta figure out where the walls are gonna go. Where I want to kind of split rooms. Because if I can just connect this stuff right now. Because if I can add floor. How do I? Nails. Okay, even if we have to change that stuff around later, this will at least make this functional right now. I think. Wow. So I at least have a walkway through here. This will eventually all be walkable. But this is at least connected. So I don't have to keep jumping that. Where are you, Bruce? Okay. I wonder if I could have put the stairs there. Could I put stairs there? I could have, but there's floor there now. Okay. What's going on here? It's another major island. See if we can go there. I'll know pretty quickly just by the shape of the trees if they're ones that I can kind of... Looks like I could probably take materials from here. Pretty big island, and there's a trading post again, so that's nice. Again, I'm really just looking for planks, because that'll let us do a lot. Must have kept this on, because it keeps clicking. there's lots of wood here. Can I like get through these rocks? Oh, this thing's still just spinning. Oh, my raft's too big. That's not gonna work. Okay. Just gotta get past this rock a bit and somehow forward. I wonder if we can just like end up on the other side of this rock. I just really have to get adjusted to using this steering wheel. The sail is basically going to be our accelerator. And then we just use the wheel to steer. I think is the basic sense of it. Which is fine, because as soon as I can understand that, we should be able to kind of get things going. Okay, yeah, because if we can wash up here, then we should be alright. Don't know how much we're going to be able to, because the wind still wants to carry us quite a bit the other way, but looks like we're getting to where we want to go. I'm fine washing up here. Okay. Getting spun around a little bit though. Gotta counteract everything here a bit. Might need to use our paddle again. It's actually amazing that this thing kind of works the way it does. Here we go. This will at least help us kind of go right in the direction that we want. So we'll just dock here. Can't really like mine underneath, but that's honestly probably a better spot for us. Because if we can kind of keep the shark at bay here, that's pretty sweet. Obviously I've got a lot of materials here, but there's a lot of wood on this island to collect. So we'll have to make sure that we kind of go at this with a clean inventory. I'll bring my trading cube things, my trash cubes, whatever they are. Oh, I still don't have that big chest up here yet. Right. Okay. That is a full chest. whole idea behind this one is getting wood. We need to basically just mine everything that's on this planet, or on this island here. And for that, I don't want to put you guys through all of that, but what I might do is just mine as many of the materials kind of off camera, and for the next episode we can kind of continue towards Balboa Island, but I think that's probably a good way to do it. That gives me some time to kind of rearrange everything here and kind of get back on track. And just get oriented with what we got going on and really kind of what we need to do. Because you really won't miss too much. Still got a decent amount of food, so I need to bring that. Nails can go up top. Paddle I won't need. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, guys, honestly, I think that's probably the best kind of solution to what we have going on here. So what I'm going to do is we'll call this the end of this episode. What day are we on now? Obviously didn't get exactly where we wanted to this time. We did start getting a little bit of things rearranged here. We're on day... Oh, hold on. Brucey's here. We're on day 63. We've survived 62 days. Okay, that's going to be awesome as well. Let's collect his stuff. Amazing. Okay. I don't have any planks. I mean, I do, but we have made it to day 63 as we've survived 62 days, so that's really cool. But did not make Balboa Island today. We're still going to need a little bit of time to actually organize and reorient ourselves, but I think, like I said, being able to make the raft as big as we did today, that's really huge, because we can just kind of continue to build off of this now. But really what I need to do is figure out how I want to lay this out so that it's still functional, and that we're able to kind of get around and do what we need to do here. Actually, maybe what I could do is make a door here instead. It's kind of stupid, but it would at least serve its purpose. I need nails and planks. Okay, well, I can look at that later, but I think what I'm going to do, I'll call it the end of this episode, guys. If you like this video, if you learned something from this video, if you were entertained at all, give this video a like. Drop any questions or comments for us that you have in the video section, or in the comment section. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to Friendly Frenzy Games YouTube channel. Again, for next episode, I think what I'm going to do is off camera, I'm going to rearrange our raft so we can kind of get everything set up and you guys don't have to go through and see all of that, because that's going to take me quite a while just because I'm OCD. But I think at the very least, I'm going to arrange it as much as I can, but I'm going to just kind of do an off camera kind of resource gather in this whole area, and then we can kind of get pointed in the right direction towards Balboa in the next episode. I think that'll be really cool. But on this one, obviously, we did spend quite a bit of time reorganizing our raft, making it much bigger than it was previously, just to be able to kind of have space to move and kind of work and just kind of easily keep track of things a little better, as well as make room for, you know, the sizable machinery that we're having to deal with now. So once we can get it set up, it's going to be really cool. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get there, and obviously we're kind of resource strapped right now, especially with having to remake another smelter still and getting our recycler back just to kind of get us back on track and with where we were. But then we will be able to kind of just get back pointed towards the direction of this objective. We're still going against the wind, but again, I think I've learned a little bit more about how the wind direction actually works and how we're going to need to steer moving forward now that we have the steering wheel. I think that's kind of the trick and kind of why you unlock it where you do in the story. So I think it makes sense. It's going to be a little bit more finagling to get to Balboa Island, but I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys will join us in that episode. Again, hope you guys have a great day. If you haven't subscribed to Friendly Frenzy Games YouTube channel, please make sure you do. Your support truly goes a long way. We will see you guys in the next episode, everybody. Have a great day.